Alright, guys, it's a little bit late today. We have still about 50 minutes before this broadcast is supposed to start. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. You should be good. Yeah, we're going to stream the whole thing. Again, stock market's closed. We do have the S&P and the NASDAQ still open, though, although they're moving a little slow. I'm curious to see how these move during the actual event. And yeah, here's the SPY. Here's the Q. Here's the NASDAQ. I'll put a timer up. We'll get some music playing too. We got about 50 minutes left. No, so the event happens at 9 o'clock. I need to get some caffeine in here too. But yep. All right, we're gonna do a poll here, like we always do. What's a good question for the poll? Give me some ideas, chat. What's some good questions for the poll? Alright, so let me see some poll ideas here. Does Tesla announce a new model? We tired, boss? Listen, I don't know why they scheduled it this late. Again, you guys know me. I cover every major Tesla event. But I don't know why it's so late. Yeah, I really don't know why they're doing it this late. It's freaking 8 o'clock my time. I gotta wake up. Tomorrow's PPI inflation data. I gotta get up early tomorrow, and so I'm not really happy about it. Yeah, I'll ask, does Tesla stock? Are you bullish or bearish on today's We Robot event? Bull, bear, vote on that poll. Yeah, just let me know if you're bullish or bearish, guys. That's probably the best question. Yeah, and so again, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna put on some more music here. I need some exciting music. All right. So, as Tesla prepares to unveil its highly anticipated robotaxi at the We Robot event, the world is waiting for the next chapter in autonomous transportation. It's going to be expected to revolutionize urban mobility, shaping the future of ride-sharing, commuting, car ownership is what the event has been promised to be. Tesla CEO Elon Musk is long championed the idea of full self-driving fleet that can operate without human intervention, and tonight's event might be a big step towards making that vision a reality. We'll see if it happens. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish on the event. At the heart of this event is the Robotaxi initiative. It's full self-driving technology, which has been super revolutionary and controversial. Despite a lot of progress towards everything, challenges are still there for sure regarding Tesla, particularly around regulatory approval, like the speed bumps that might face, as well as there's like a lot of public skepticism around Tesla overall. Tesla's reliance on camera-based systems as opposed to LiDAR used by competitors like Waymo remains a big distinguishing feature of their approach, and the event is not only an opportunity to showcase that tech, and the advances in that technology, but also to address concerns about that safety and reliability regarding the Robotaxi event. Now, the big question, I think, here is if they announce the Robotaxi today, when does it actually come out? Remember, they announced the Cybertruck in 2019, like 4 years before it actually came out. And so that's a big question as well, is like, when is the actual when is the actual Robotaxi going to go live in terms of production and sales? Economically, the potential impacts of widespread Robotaxi network of a widespread Robotaxi network would be immense. Promises of low transportation costs, business opportunities, reduced emissions, less need for individual car ownership, all that stuff is a super big factor. Today, their vision is aligning with global sustainability goals. It could really alter the ride-sharing market with Uber and Lyft as well if they do this successfully, posing challenges to companies, like them. They're not only in this race. Major players such as Waymo, Zoox, General Motors, Cruise have been developing their own autonomous solutions, logging thousands and thousands of miles of testing as well. And so they're not the only one in this race. And so today's event will be really important. You can kind of see the NASDAQ up a little bit today, slightly green. The Q broke recent highs and the SPY broke or got close to yesterday's lifetime highs at 577. Kind of a choppy day today. Wall Street's going to be watching this event. That's what I'm basically finance related channel. We're watching this event with that in mind. Analysts are already speculating on how robotaxis could influence Tesla's long-term profitability and share price. And so the world's looking at this reveal for that for sure. We got to look at Musk's history of ambitious promises and under deliveries as well. I hope. Listen, if the robotaxi is a good business model, I'll buy one. But again, sometimes he's a visionary. I can't hate on him. But yeah. Let me catch back up on chat. Does Tesla stock go up or down after this event? No idea. It's 6 in Cali. We all need to wake up in the morning. Yeah, I'm in Texas. It's dark now. Drone show needs to be dark. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, there's a drone show that's supposed to go live with it. Down, even good news is priced in. What time is inflation data? Inflation data is at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Do you ever dance to this music off stream? I mean, no. I'll kind of go like this. Like I'll like bob my head a little bit, but I'm not a dancer really. Yeah, I know that delayed the Cybertruck for sure. But we'll see what it looks like. Yeah. I mean, we could look at maybe like Trading View to see if Tesla will show some price action here. Yeah, they're not really showing. Tesla stock today. Tesla stock's been really interesting leading into all this stuff. Because like when you look at Tesla stock, a lot of these events are buy the rumor, sell the news. So like a lot of these events are events in which, you have these big surges of price ahead of the event, and then you actually get some corrections once the event actually happens. If you look at like a daily chart here on Tesla, here's Tesla since 2024 right here. This is Tesla in 2024. They're pretty sideways when you stretch the chart out though. Here's 2024 here. So they're slightly green on the year. They're almost completely flat leading into this event. I see somebody saying Waymo is not even in the same league. They're solving how to drive on specific roads only. Tesla's learning how to drive in general on any road. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again regarding Tesla. But people like to hate on Tesla, and I think it's because Elon's so politically outspoken. I think if you're selling things to consumers, that's a bad idea, number one. But he's got enough money to where it doesn't matter, so again, whatever. But I think what Tesla's done really well is full self-driving is obviously the future, right? I think if you're looking at it objectively and you don't fear technology, a lot of people fear technology. People driving carriages fear the automobile, like people tend to fear technology, especially the older generations. It's normal. It's happened, for a long time. But I think when you look at it objectively, with an objective lens, as objective as you can. I think the future is obviously going to be full self-driving vehicles. I think the infrastructure still needs to go a long way, but I think that's obviously the future. And I think people are going to start using it, and then more people are going to see them use it, and then they're going to want it, and then people are going to see them use it, and then other people are going to want it, and it's going to snowball domino until it just grows that market, massively, until, a large percent, I'm not going to say a majority of percentage of people on the road, but I think a lot of cars are going to drive themselves within the next 10, 20 years. The real big question mark here is infrastructure related. Like, is the infrastructure built to accomplish this today? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine, to be honest. And I think there's a lot of questions about it, and hopefully we'll get some of those answered today. But yeah. What's up, Ricky? The event starts at 9 o'clock in 40 minutes. Thank you for John for doing this. Yeah, no problem, man. We're trying. NVIDIA Blackwell chip. This may be the short of your life. Again, I have a theory it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, but I really don't know what this is going to be like. Again, I really don't know. Again, there's a couple things to talk about. Number one, what the Tesla vision for the robotaxi in the future looks like, whether they're going to be successfully accomplishing the infrastructure for FSD, how they envision the future of autonomous transportation with robotaxis at the center of their vision for it. Full self-driving technology has questions leading into this event. We're going to specifically cover the development. We want them to cover the development and challenges Tesla is facing with FSD software, including regulatory hurdles, competition in the autonomous vehicle space. As we said earlier, highlight the potential impacts of robotaxi on urban mobility, employment in the ride-sharing sector, environmental sustainability due to reduced car ownership and electric fleets. We got to talk about Elon's, again, previous overpromises. That's something to think about as well. He's made previous promises about autonomous vehicles and how this event might mark the next steps in realizing those goals with potential implications for the stock and future plans. We got to look at the competitors to this as well. Waymo, Zoox, Cruise. They're all looking at autonomous ride-sharing services. We're going to look at the new design. We're going to speculate on potential design elements of the robotaxi as well, such as seating capacity, space optimization, potential features based on leaks. There were a couple leaks from this event. Yeah. So, there's a couple of regulatory hurdles that Tesla might face. Federal and state approvals, number one, obviously. They need regulatory approval from both the federal bodies like the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the NHTSA, as well as state agencies. Many states have stringent rules around autonomous vehicle testing and deployment. So that's going to be like a big hurdle, I think, in that regard. Safety standards, they got to meet rigorous safety standards and critical, particularly around how the FSD software operates in real-world conditions without human intervention. Like, they need it to be sue-proof. Basically lawsuit proof, because you better believe if these vehicles go out there and start causing problems in that regard, then there's going to be lawsuits coming for sure, right? So that's something that they obviously need to focus on. Licensing permits have an aspect of it as well. Tesla might need special permits to operate these type of autonomous vehicles, which vary state to state. For example, Cali requires a specific autonomous vehicle permit that Tesla currently doesn't have. At least according to news outlets. So that's something to watch for it as well. Like I said, we got to determine whether liability in the cases of accidents involving FSD vehicles and what that looks like. As well as, like, autonomous vehicles often face a lot of public scrutiny from lawmakers and the public, specifically in cases of accidents or failures during testing phases. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Tesla's always a sell event. A lot of the time it's buy the rumor, sell the news. It really is. Like, a lot of the time it's buy the rumor, sell the news. So that's something that we see a lot. So yeah. All right, so the event starts at 9 p.m. Or 10 o'clock, I mean, I'm sorry, 10 o'clock Eastern, which is late. All right. Markers need a reason to sell. Yeah, it's late, guys. I know it's late. I'm sorry. Again, I don't know why they're doing this event so late, but hey, it's all right. Yeah, again, another thing to understand regarding this event, guys. Be freaking careful. Okay, there are so many bots out there for this event. There's so many bots. What scammers do, and this is something that scammers do a lot. Okay, scammers do this a lot. Every major Tesla event, specifically, scammers do this. What scammers do is scammers send thousands of bot viewers to fake Tesla YouTube channels. They're not the real YouTube channels. They're fake YouTube channels. They'll send thousands and thousands of bot viewers to these fake Tesla channels. Right? They'll name it Tesla. Sometimes they'll even send it hundreds of thousands or more fake subscribers. Sometimes they'll even get check marks, right? They've gotten really, really sneaky with it. And they'll send it tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of bot viewers. So, like, 50-year-old Steve logs on YouTube and thinks he's watching the real Tesla event, right? And then all of a sudden they do some ridiculous announcement. They're like saying, oh, well, we'll double your Bitcoin. You just got to send us 1 Bitcoin, right? And it's a numbers game. A majority of people are smart enough to not send some random person Bitcoin, but again, it catches people. It's a probabilities game, and so again, that happens every major Tesla event. These scammers are out there. If you Google search for this, you're gonna see a lot of them. And so again, this is why I wasn't gonna stream this event, but I know I kind of need to, so at least I can tell some people to be careful. A lot of the time they're phishing scams as well, so they'll send you and they want you to log in or put in your credit card information or whatever it is, and then they're just gonna take everything. So just be smart. If it's too good to be true, it usually is, and be careful during these events. During these events, a lot of scammers are out there. Yeah. All right, 30 minutes, guys. We got 30 minutes. All right, so the latest FSD updates from Tesla is Tesla version 12.56. It brings several new features and improvements as they refine the autonomous driving tech. One of the key updates includes end-to-end highway stack, which allows Tesla vehicles to navigate highways using a single neural network, an upgrade from the previous system that separated highway and city driving. It enables more natural lane changes and smoother highway navigation. Additionally, driver profiles has been introduced, allowing users to select from different driving modes, from chill, which is slower speeds, minimal lane changes, standard, which is normal speed, adjusting with traffic, and hurry, which is faster speeds with more frequent lane changes. The update also includes improvement to speed controls with a max speed offset option, which lets drivers adjust their vehicle speed relative to the speed limit or predicted road speed by up to 40%. Another enhancement is vision-based attention monitoring. This uses the cabin camera to ensure the driver is paying attention while using FSD, even while wearing sunglasses. The actually smart sum has been improved, allowing the vehicle to come to a driver or move to a large set location. These updates are currently rolling out to the Tesla vehicles with the latest hardware. And so, yeah, so some stuff's going on in the Tesla EV space. Yeah, that's how they get people. That scam's it's a scam as old as time. Where's the Lion King at? It's a scam as old as time. It really is. I've seen that scam for the last 5-6 years on YouTube. It's constant. It happens all the time. Like it's constantly scamming. People are constantly getting scammed. I mean, that's up to you. Yeah, we can look at Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin's doing. I got 2 spot charts out, but yeah, Bitcoin at 60,000. Bitcoin has been in the single most obvious trends I've ever seen. Look at this trend. It's got to be one of the most obvious trends I've ever seen. Like, look at this thing. Like, the trend is so obvious, and so people are wondering why Tesla is dropping down. Probably because it's at the very top of the range for this trend. Do you ever sleep with your hat on? No, man. Like, I wear a hat just out of habit. I've always worn a hat, but I'm a hat wearer. But I don't ever sleep with a hat, of course. AMD got shorted because Blackwell's chip for NVIDIA sold out for 12 months straight. Yeah. Is there a football game going on right now? Seahawks versus 49ers. Shower caps. Wow. It's AMD's event too, which is even more funny. Alright guys, so yeah, that is the Tesla news. All right, so Tesla has had a long road towards like this autonomous vehicle space. They started off with, their early cars in the late 2000s, early 2010s. They had autopilot, the evolution of full self-driving. Originally, they had autopilot. They've had a lot of challenges and milestones along that way as well. They managed to gather vast amounts of real-world data from people, and I think that's what's ultimately led them here. Because a lot of people will say, "Hey, Tesla's a tech company," and that's true. Tesla is absolutely a tech company. They profit from data, is what I mean by that. And so again, we're going to talk about FSD version 12 updates, how they're powered by a neural network trained on millions of real-world video clips. This is different from a lot of the competitors. It highlights how this neural network allows Tesla vehicles to learn and adapt to complex driving environments, and why its approach sets Tesla apart from competitors that rely more on LiDAR and mapping tech. Yeah, let me pull Discord up. Yeah, I heard they were good this year. All right, so I'm looking at our poll numbers. 59% are bullish on this event. 41% are bearish. And again, we're waiting for this event to start. Just be careful. A lot of scammers. A lot of scammers. Like, here's the thing. If you see something with 200,000 people watching, it's not real. It's not the real Tesla. It is a fake Tesla. Do not click it. Do not watch it. It's almost all fake. Anything with 40, 50,000 views is almost certainly fake. And they're all playing basically the same thing. We'll see what this looks like. I'm kind of excited for it. I don't want to drink any coffee, though. I'm trying not to drink caffeine. It's too late for that. We're going to see if Tesla... Yeah, be careful. There's a lot of scammers here. I can just see them. I'm not sure how long this is. I know there's like a drone show as well with it. Yeah. So again, this is supposed to start at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Let me make sure I put that up right on the stream. Yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern. What's up, Tiny? Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to talk about here. Insurance is definitely a key factor. Again, the other question is, how is this going to disrupt Uber, Lyft? Because, okay, so think about it like this, right? Right now, Uber and Lyft profits from people needing rides that don't own their own vehicles, right? If Tesla puts out a fleet of Uber-like vehicles that come pick people up, that drive themselves, right? And there's no driver to pay from it, and it's just free money. You know what I mean? Like, that seems like people are going to start using that instead of having to deal with a driver. Now, you're always going to have some people that don't trust FSD and don't trust like cars that drive themselves. That's understandable. But the real question is, how is it going to impact into that? How is it going to impact? Yeah. So again, the Robotaxi initiatives presents a lot of competitive threat to Uber and Lyft for sure. They rely heavily on human drivers to operate their services. The Robotaxi has the potential to undercut this model by removing the need for drivers altogether. And so without drivers, it's going to, it reduces the operation costs, allowing Tesla to offer cheaper rides. Tesla FSD could lead to lower costs for riders. So what this might mean is like Uber, Lyft prices go down. It's definitely even worse for the taxi companies still. Not Robotaxi, but just regular taxi companies that are already hurting from Uber over the last 10 years. Without the need to pay drivers, Tesla could offer rides at a much lower price point than traditional ride-sharing services or taxis. Uber, Lyft, it takes a significant portion of their revenue from driver payments. Uber and Lyft they take a big portion from drivers. So it could be a major challenge in maintaining profitability. It might force these companies to lower their prices or margins, which is better for everybody. And so regardless of whether you like Tesla, this is a beneficial thing, I think, when you look at it. And Uber and Lyft rely on millions of the gig economy drivers who might find themselves out of work, so that's part of it as well. Uber and Lyft have been investing in EVs and autonomous vehicles, but they lag behind Tesla in terms of real-world testing and deployment. So Tesla's ability to quickly scale its robotaxi fleet using FSD and EVs are already on the road and give a competitive advantage in terms of data that they've already collected, right? So that's a big aspect of, this as well. You also have General Motors Cruise, which is backed by GM. It's another strong competitor. Like Waymo, Cruise is a lot of testing miles, but Tesla's ability to integrate its autonomous tech into existing production vehicles without the need for dedicated robotaxis could allow for faster, more cost-effective rollouts. Again, Waymo is a subsidiary of Alphabet, basically Google. It's currently the most established autonomous vehicle company with a commercial robotaxi service in Phoenix. However, Waymo uses LiDAR and high-definition maps, which differ from Tesla's vision-based approach. So it's a little bit different there. Traditional automakers might be impacted from this as well. As robotaxis become more prevalent, the demand for personal ownership could decline regarding vehicles, and particularly in urban areas where, like, you already see it in big cities, people using Uber and Lyft much, much more than, I know a couple people that live in San Francisco and places like that, and they never drive. They never, they never buy cars. They just take Uber, Lyft everywhere they go. So it's interesting to see. Automakers like GM, Ford, and Volkswagen are investing in autonomous vehicles as well. We'll see if Uber and Lyft can seek partnerships from other companies as well. And so that's a big factor too. John, you're always coming in hot. Thanks for reminding me about this. Big thanks. You're turning into the GOAT here on YouTube for these drops. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, again, I don't know how many people are going to get here because it's so late. You know, it's so late. But we try. I appreciate it. I trust only me and Manual. Manual, why? Manual's obsolete. I love 5-speed. I learned on a 5-speed. I drove a 5-speed. I was always a tuner guy. I love driving 5-speeds. But in most situations, they're obsolete. I hate to say it. Why? Because automatics are faster than 5-speeds, right? You could have the best shifter ever. Automatics are usually more efficient and faster. In terms of shifting through the gears, they're more efficient. Tesla could even partner up with hospitality to shuttle guests. Yeah, for sure. It's interesting. We'll see. All right, guys. So, yeah. Let me catch back up with you guys. Manual in the mountains. Well, yeah, I said for most vehicles, right? You could always find outlier situations where you might need a 5-speed, like drift, like this sport of drift is fine too. Like drifting sport is another example where being able to control the gears is better, but that's not the majority of situations for people. Most people are just trying to drive, and again, that just sets less of a need. If we're talking supercars, you could always argue for it, but outside of that, if you're driving a truck or an SUV, you don't really need a 5-speed unless there's situations. But yeah, so Elon tweeted the map of the event apparently. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, so Tesla is creating a whole theme park type map for the Robotaxi event. They have Westworld, New York, Tesla Theater is what we're looking at by a lot of these guys. And so it's interesting. Yeah, we got 19 minutes, 18 minutes left. Here's the map. If you want to see the map I'm talking about, here's a picture of it. So look. So this is the map they put out for this event. You have Westworld, which is the pickup and drop off zone. That's this area here. You got Metropolis, which is pickup and drop off zone here. You've got Tesla Theater here, and then you've got New York, and it says New York, and then the merch opens after closing remarks. So after it's all done, there'll be merch. I'm curious to see what happens here. I really want to see what they do. You know, they're supposed to have like a drone show and stuff like that. That'd have been cool to go to. Maybe in the future we'll do some coverage of stuff like this, like in person. Yeah. They already got a taste of the Robo. Yeah, they're supposed to debut the robot. A lot of other stuff. So again, they're going to be focusing on the Robotaxi. Obviously, FSD updates. Let's see. They're supposed to talk about other stuff. So we'll see if Musk provides some insight into like the timeline for the robotaxi fleet, both in the U.S. and globally. Again, they're going to be talking about a dedicated robotaxi vehicle. See if they do Cybertruck updates. A lot of people have been speculating that they're also going to potentially talk about a Model 2. There's been a lot of discussions about Tesla developing a more affordable compact EV, often referred to as a Model 2, at a mass market level. They're talking about like a $25,000 Tesla, $30,000 Tesla. Tesla's previously shelved some plans to prioritize the robotaxi, but it's still possible that he'll touch on a smaller, cheaper EV model that fits into the broader Tesla space. We'll see. They're also talking about the Cybertruck as a platform for FSD advancement. What do you guys think? Do you think tonight's results will make Tesla stock go up or down? I really have no idea. Genuinely no idea. And the stock market's closed right now. The SPY's open, so we can see the S&P movement, the SPY, based off of futures, right? If you look at futures here, here's the NASDAQ. Very flat, but this might move a little bit into this event. Yeah, it should be a fun show, though. I'm curious to see what happens here. I want to see what happens. Again, just be careful. A lot of scammers. A lot of scammers. There's a lot of scammers sending people tens of thousands of fake views so that they can kind of steal people's money and get them to send them fake crypto, all this dumb stuff. So just be careful. Yeah. And I'm trying to cover this event. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the background. So this is like a big old event. They've got like a bunch of stuff going. I'm looking at some other guy. Yeah, we got 14 minutes. Tesla to 250 tomorrow. I don't know. I'm really not sure. Will you trade futures during this event? No, I'm not trading futures. Probably not. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. All right, guys, we got 12 minutes left. Again, they've given us some pictures of the actual map from this event. Yeah. So we're looking at some of the events. It's a big show. We're waiting for the event to start. So Andrea Stropa on the We Robot event said, Elon told me it will be exceptional. He said nothing else, but I've rarely seen him this happy. I'm curious to see if this event really takes off. Again, if it's a good enough business model, people are saying there's Tesla set to reveal 3 new cars during its event. Do y'all think that's true? Cybercab, Model 2, and some other ones. Do y'all think that's true? The Model 2, I thought they said they couldn't afford. I know they're supposed to talk about the robot. The Tesla bot. People are saying, I'm pretty sure Elon watched the movie I, Robot and said one day I'm going to make that. Yeah, maybe. A lot of scammers out, guys. A lot of scammers. Like, there's a lot of scammers, guys. Is this a scammer too? Yep. All right, guys. Yeah, there's just so many scammers, right? What they'll do is they'll pretend to be Tesla. Okay, so listen, I'm here to tell you this. The Tesla YouTube channel has more than 50,000 subscribers. All right, it's got more than 50K subs. Um, and the scammers will catch you if you're not careful. Just be smart, guys. I watched a video of someone taking a robotaxi with their dad and his friend and drove better than most people. Yeah, no, people underestimate how good these cars drive. These cars are really, really powerful, like genuinely powerful. You know, so like these cars are genuinely powerful. Yeah, I'm looking at other stuff, press releases. Yeah. So again, be ready. We got a little bit over 10 minutes on the website. We're waiting. Yeah, it's late because they're doing a drone show, is what it is. Yeah, man, scammers, you know, again, what the scammers do anytime Tesla streams anything big like this, what the scammers end up doing, and you can tell most of my audience is daytime, right? Like today for CPI, we had like 4,000 or 5,000 people watching. This is just late. It's 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Everybody's half asleep that watches my channel. We're mostly stock market, so. But the way they scam people is they scam people by they pretend to be Tesla. They change their username to Tesla. They change their profile picture to Tesla. They send it tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of fake bot viewers. And then they make people think they're the real Tesla. And then they'll make them watch it. Sometimes they'll even stream real content. And then they will eventually, somewhere down the line, basically promise people to, if they double their crypto. Usually it's like a double crypto. Like, hey, if you send me some crypto, I'll double it. You know, which is just a horrible idea. Never send anybody free crypto, guys. You know. Yeah, like I see a lot of fake streamers, so just be careful. You know I'm real because I cover everything, but y'all just be careful. And again, guys, just be ready here. Again, we're gonna talk about it, but as Tesla prepares, guys, we got 9 minutes, 8 minutes really. We got about 7.5 minutes actually, and so we got about 8 minutes and 10 seconds to be exact. But hey, as Tesla preparing to unveil its highly anticipated robotaxi, cyber cab, whatever you want to call it, at the We Robot event, the world is eagerly awaiting the big chapter in autonomous transportation. This groundbreaking vehicle is expected to revolutionize urban mobility, potentially shaping the future of ride-sharing, commuting, car ownership, all that stuff. Tesla CEO has long championed the idea of a fully self-driving fleet that can operate without humans, and tonight this event might be a big step towards making that vision a reality. So it's a big event, guys. At the heart of this event is the Tesla FSD technology, which has been both revolutionary and controversial. Despite significant progress, there's a lot of challenges that remain for Tesla, specifically around regulatory approval and skepticism on that. Tesla's reliance on camera-based systems as opposed to LiDAR used by competitors remains a big distinguishing feature of this. The event's not only an opportunity to showcase all this new tech, and everybody's super hyped. This is like a big party for a lot of people, but not only is this event a place to showcase that tech and those advancements, but also to address concerns about safety, reliability, infrastructure, problems, and questions. Economically, again, it could impact everything from Uber, Lyft companies. Obviously, there's going to be less of a need if they have full cyber cab fleets out here driving people without drivers. You don't need to pay a driver and money to do it. And what this probably will do if Tesla executes this successfully. Again, what this is probably going to do, number one, here, let me switch my headphones out. But what this is probably going to do is bring prices down for ride sharing significantly over the next few years, right? And so I'm wondering if like Uber and Lyft, there's some short opportunities here for Uber and Lyft, just because, you know, these might genuinely bring down ride sharing companies, right? And I don't think that's a terrible idea. I'm not telling you to do it. I definitely don't think shorting like Uber is a good idea. Lyft is probably a little bit weaker in general, but it's already at 10. Is this shortable? Is it ETB? Let me see. Is Lyft ETB? I don't know. Let me try to short it and see what happens. Yes, we lost our audio. We're going to put our audio back and put the music back. Our headphones are fully charged. There we go. Partnerships with Uber. Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all excited? This should be interesting. It's late, though. There's supposed to be a big drone show going on, too. Here's the actual Tesla. All right, so we found it. Cool. Yeah. All right. So we got multiple different streams of this up, multiple different sources of this chat. So stick around. We've got multiple different sources of this to make sure we give you the best one. Yeah, a lot of people are wondering about Model 2. John is so true and down to earth and just tell it as it is. That's why I always tune into this channel. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. All right, guys. They'll buy them out probably. They could. They might not need to, though. You know, like, why spend money on Lyft if you don't need to? You know what I mean? No, you got to question what all of this means for everything, though. Like, there's a lot of question marks about it, you know. Here. Yeah, you're close to coming on stream. Yeah. You all right? All right, guys. So yeah, what's up, Tiny? Yeah, I'll update. If you don't want to watch the event, guys, I'll update you guys tomorrow morning for sure. So you don't have to stick around to watch it. We're gonna cover it and stream it, but we'll update you guys tomorrow regardless. It's just late. Tesla to the moon. All right, here we go. All right, get ready for a moment that could reshape the future of transportation. Tonight, Tesla is unveiling its long-anticipated robotaxi at the We Robot event. It promises to be a game changer. Elon Musk and his team are set to introduce the next gen of autonomous driving, an FSD powered by their groundbreaking technology. With FSD, imagine a future where you can hail as a ride without a driver in a vehicle built entirely for efficiency, sustainability, and cost effectiveness. That's what they're supposed to be talking about tonight. It's not just about a new car, it's about launching a new revolution in urban mobility. A lot of people are saying regarding transportation costs, even car ownership dynamics might change. Tesla's end-to-end neural network and FSD capabilities and all that stuff can allow Robotaxi to bring us closer than ever to a world where electric self-driving fleets reduce traffic, cut emissions, make traffic better, make travel more accessible and affordable than ever. Rumors are swirling about new models. I don't know if these are necessarily true. But yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of rumors circulating, floating around here. So yeah, we'll see. Sometimes Tesla's late for sure. We'll see. We'll see. Again, we got multiple different streams. We got 2 minutes left. Chat, 2 minutes. We got multiple different streams we're going by, so we'll give you the latest one. We're also going to break it down as it happens. But again, the questions I have are, when is this going to come out? So like the date, the guidelines in terms of production. Like, when is this going to drop? I don't know. You know, I don't know when this is going to drop. I think it could, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Time will tell when the vehicles will actually be out. The event's going to be the day. You know, Tesla and Elon are not always the most accurate in terms of guidelines regarding, you know, again, Cybertruck 2019 is when they had the event for it, the original event, and then it didn't come out until 2023. So 4 years later is when the Cybertruck came out. So they're not always the best at staying in time. So, and I'm excited about this, but I gotta reel in that excitement a little bit, just because even if I think it's a good business buying some type of Cybertruck fleet, it depends on there's a couple ways this could go. If they're going to allow regular people to buy these, that's an interesting dynamic. Or if they're just going to basically announce a new segment of their business regarding Tesla, where they're going to basically start a Uber and Lyft like company with these vehicles. And I think that's the most likely scenario. You know, I think they're going to just start their own wave of vehicles like this, where they're their own company. And yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to get here. All right, guys, so here's the time. You can see the timer run out. I'm going to get the big timer here at the bottom. You can see the timer right here. All right. Y'all can hear the music, correct? Oh. Yeah, we're waiting. It's supposed to start right now. Waiting on Tesla. Not started yet. Okay, here we go. Part of it's live. I'm gonna put this one up. I'm gonna put that up there so you guys can see it. So there's a better look here. Hold on. All right, so we're still just waiting here, I think, for the event. Still hasn't started. Yeah, here, I got it. Here. I got a better screen for you. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to put it in sub-only mode as well, chat. So y'all hit that subscribe button. We're pretty close to hitting 148,000 subscribers. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Yeah. Volume is a little on the low side. Yeah, I'm doing my best. Here. Here, for volume-wise, I could put up a better stream here. Yeah, so I'm going to put this up. Yeah, so Elon's always a little bit late. That's okay. I put this one on because the volume's a little bit better. There we go. Dance concert. Yeah, there's supposed to be a drone show as well, right? So I'm wondering if they should show the drone show live. Right, like they should show this live. Here, let me get myself out the way here. There we go. Still waiting. Event hasn't really started yet, so we're just chilling, waiting for this to start. And again, get ready for a big moment that could reshape the future of transportation. There's a lot of implications with tonight's show. Tesla is unveiling its big, long-anticipated robotaxi at the We Robot event. It promises to be a game changer. Elon Musk and his team are set to introduce the next generation of autonomous driving powered by their groundbreaking FSD technology. And so you can imagine a future where you can, take a ride without a driver in a vehicle based solely for efficiency, sustainability, and cost effectiveness. It's not about a new car. It's about launching a new revolution in urban mobility. And again, there might be implications for Uber, for Lyft, for everybody after this event, right? Like the question is, why pay for Uber or Lyft if you can have somebody drive yourself in a full autonomous vehicle with Tesla? And what this is going to probably do regarding stocks, right? And again, I'm not saying this is for sure, but I think one of the stories you could take from all this, if everything looks good tonight, is what happens to Uber and Lyft. I don't know if Lyft's going to get bought out. The person I think would buy out Lyft would be Uber. But then in that situation, then, like, who's going to buy Uber if Tesla accomplishes this successfully? And I think that's a big question mark here. I don't know. Are y'all bullish or bearish on this event? Best screensaver in the game. Can we fully trust robot when it comes to driving safety? I'm not going to say yes or no. I really don't know. But I think, I don't know. I would hope so, but who knows, man? You know what I mean? Like, I would hope so. And I think we've seen pretty good stuff from it. So, like, we've seen pretty good data from everything. Like, it's not like I would say they're probably more safe than regular drivers, because you have to ask, like, can you trust drivers in general? And I don't know if the answer to that is automatically yes. I think time has shown that you can't really. Yeah. Hey, thanks for your podcast. It's awesome. Thank you, Mary. One of the founders of Uber is on the project as well. Yeah. Alright, so I'm noticing, guys, one thing I'm noticing is that this stream is much more ahead of this one here. So it's not that I'm trying to keep changing streams. I'm just noticing which one's ahead. I'm trying to see the volume differences here. Hold on. Yeah. The volume's gotten better. And so I see this stream is much better. I'm pretty sure it's the same one. Let me see. Like, I've noticed this stream's a little bit better. And that's the one I'm looking at now. There are two different screensavers here, really. There's this one. But I think this one's... Whoa! Ugh. Yeah. Accidentally clicking random stuff. But I think this one's ahead. There's this one too. We'll see which one comes on first. I know we are in the Matrix today, guys. That's what we're in. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. Right, 100%. I think it's absolutely more safe, Joshua. Thanks for the donation the other day, by the way, brother. I appreciate that. But no, I listen. I know I drive dumb. I know I drove dumb when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, I was a bad driver. 100%, you know. And again, this is coming from somebody where I've only been in one wreck that was actually my fault my whole life. And so the question is, hey, thank you so much, Powerlifter. I appreciate the donation, brother. Thanks so much. Well, no, this is not fake. This is coming. Yeah, this is definitely not fake. Well, every teenager's a teenager. I was an absolute. Mr. AZ knew what that video was from. Yeah, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, and the Shoreline Mafia video came out. It played like a quarter second. Interesting how you caught that, but I was okay as a skateboarder. But no, when I was a teenager, I was a bad driver. And that's my point, is that what I think these full autonomous driving vehicles can do is change that. I think they change that, they affect that. They make driving for people who might not be as skilled, even though nobody necessarily wants to admit this, but they make driving safer for people. What's up, man? Don't see you stream this late. Well, yeah, Tesla's got their event going live right now. So we're just hanging out, waiting. Yeah, they're still late, man. Tesla's pretty late. We're waiting for them to start. They're just late. They haven't started yet. Alright, here we go. I can't tell if this is just music Elon likes to listen to or if it's actually about to start. Every Tesla cab should have visuals and music like this available for his passengers. You just put it in Elon mode. Elon's like the robot guy from Grandma's Boy. You know? This is gonna be the whole event and Elon's just trolling us? That would be horrible. Yeah, we're waiting here, guys. We're trying, you know. You would like this music if you had robot ears. I know, dude. Listen. I'm thinking of getting metal legs. It's a risky operation, but it'll be worth it, you know. All right, guys. All right, we're waiting here, guys. I'm sorry. Bull or bear? What does that mean? Bull means you think the stock's going to go up. Bearish means you think the stock's going to go down. Yeah, I'm waiting, guys. I know Elon's late. I'm waiting for the show to start. Again, Tesla is now 10 minutes plus late on their show. So again, we're waiting for the show here. Tesla's late, guys. We're doing our best. Again, it is time. Again, get ready for a big thing that could reshape the future. They're unveiling the long-anticipated Robotaxi. There's speculations regarding whether they're going to come out with a Model 2, which is like a cheaper EV that's going to be more affordable for people. Everybody's talking about that as well. Again, this show has big implications for Uber, Lyft, other ride-sharing companies. And I think that's very obvious because if Tesla produces, say Tesla announces a fleet of full self-driving autonomous vehicles that charge people for a taxi-like service, a robotaxi, right? Say they come out with a fleet of those things and that's out within a year. What happens to Uber and Lyft? That's the big implication of all this stuff. What happens to Uber and Lyft? Uber might be able to do a deal. Lyft, I think it's going to be hard for them too. And so I'm skeptical. Now, on the other end, if this report doesn't look good, then maybe some of these stocks could go up. I don't know. But I think you got to look longer term at this stuff and try to think about the real big implications of everything. And I think that's a really interesting talk. Yeah, honestly, I got to get up for PPI inflation data tomorrow morning. And so I really would love for them to get this thing a-rolling here, guys. I'd really love for them to get this thing a-rolling. I'm waiting. You know, they're now 10 minutes late on their show. We're waiting for them to start. Yeah, Play already announced they canceled the Model 2, and then he called Reuters a liar. Yeah, Elon seems to be having tech failures. Yeah, we're waiting. I'm checking on Twitter. Tesla robot event is already 10 minutes plus late to start with nearly 700,000 people waiting to watch this thing, man. All right, Elon, come on. Let's go. How late does the reboot? Yeah, let's see. 10 minutes plus. We officially fashionably late now. Somebody tell Elon to log out of Diablo and play. Somebody said we have not seen a single Tesla event start on time. Bro, I gotta get up in the morning, Elon. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna schedule tomorrow's stream now. I'm gonna try to save time. I'm waiting for this thing to drop. All right, Elon, come on now. So they are now 15 minutes late. Here, chat. 15 minutes late now. Effectively 15 minutes late. Waiting here, chat. We are waiting. Alright, is this it? Is the music coming to an end? Come on. Let's go. No. I like the music. You know, I do like the music, but this is taking a little bit too long. Electric hydrogen fuel cell vehicles travel 600 miles plus range. Yeah, I know hydrogen's the next big thing. The big competitor. Yeah, I mean, I'll get up and stream tomorrow no matter what. Like, we're gonna cover PPI inflation data. It's too important. Tell him to make the call, John, or you're never hiring from your stream ever again. I know, man. Listen. We're trying over here, chat. We're trying. Yeah, I got my headphones in, bro. I don't know how long my headphones are gonna last. What's PPI expected tomorrow? PPI expected tomorrow. At 0.1%. All right, a whole nother song started, guys. Come on now, Elon. Come on now, bro. We got about 1,000 people. That's cool. Appreciate you guys joining me today. Yeah, there must be some type of technical difficulties. You gotta nail the prediction. Honestly, bro, I'm still kind of freaked out. I'm not even lying, man. I'm genuinely kind of worried. Like, dude, I have gotten CPI exactly right for I don't know how long in a row. Like, how many times in a row I've gotten CPI exactly right. It's genuinely freaking me out. It's very odd. You know, it's very odd, very strange. You know, just genuinely strange. But yeah, so Tesla must be technical difficulties here. There must be some type of tech difficulties, but who knows, man. Patience is a virtue, John. You grab a drink. Yeah. Can you explain what a fair PE ratio for Tesla should be at this point? Well, a good PE ratio is 20 to 40. Or no, 15 to 30, I'll say, is a good PE ratio. 20 to 40 is a little bit too generous. 40 is not necessarily good. But yeah, I'm searching. Tell Elon to stop playing Diablo and start the event here, man. It's getting late, bro. You're already starting it at 10 o'clock at night, bro. Come on now. Why do all Tesla streams start late? Elon seeing the slides. Alright, Elon. Again, the Cybertruck event was late. This event is late too. 20 minutes late, no surprises. Elon and Tesla. Again, Elon posted a political tweet half an hour ago, but he's late for his freaking event that's been scheduled for weeks. Come on now, Elon. Let's do it. Really, it's months now. It was originally supposed to be in August, right? Was it August or September? And then they pushed it back some. I think PPI comes in a little hot tomorrow. I think it's possible too. Love the music. Hey, well that's good because we're waiting for this thing to start, man. I'm trying over here. All right. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to tell you guys. I got cauliflower ear today. I had to drain my ear. I don't know if y'all be able to see it for all my jiu-jitsu fans. This ear, like look, if you look at it, I had to drain it. Ugh. I know exactly what happened too. I went to class last night, and then I went to class again at 11 a.m. today, and then I rolled with a purple belt. And I had to like squirm out of stuff and ear. You know, now I got to wear magnets for days. I'm not really excited about it. My wife is definitely not excited about it. I know, I'm getting stressed out watching this music here. Come on, Elon. Alright, bro. Hey, we need 30 subscribers, though, to break 148,000. I'm not going to tell you to subscribe, but do it now. Try it once. It might feel good. We're sitting here waiting here, guys. We're trying. How can this event be so late, though? Now we're almost 30 minutes late. I'm starting to get frustrated now because I don't want to get no sleep tonight. I got to get up at 6 a.m. for my stream tomorrow, you know? Again, though, luckily my stream is scheduled, so I'll be fine, right? Like, good thing about running a YouTube channel is that I can start my stream whenever I want. But, you know, I would love to be able to stream on time. Again, the big implications regarding this event, again, I'm thinking of getting metal legs. It's a risky operation, but it'll be worth it, you know. The big implications around this event are whether they're going to debut a Model 2, a cheaper $30,000 or less EV. You know, what does this look like? How does the Robotaxi event and / fleet affect Uber, Lyft, current ride-sharing capabilities? Number 3 is what the infrastructure should look like regarding this event. Like, what are the infrastructure implications here? Like, is the infrastructure going to be able to handle this thing? Licensing, all that stuff. There's real big questions here that I have regarding all of that stuff. You know, again, Uber and Lyft, they broke a lot of rules when they expanded. You know, the only reason they were able to get it done was because they expanded so quickly. It was too late. You know, it was ultimately too late. And so my question now with Elon trying to do this is, will there be some, you know, regulation questions, problems roadblocks, speed bumps in that regard. And I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Again, we're waiting here, chat. We're waiting for this event. Everybody's mad. It better be a Model 2 either. Wow. Or, yeah. How many delays can there be for something that's several years away? Well, there's a big drone show is what I'm assuming that they're struggling with right now. There's like a huge drone show. And so that's my guess at what they're struggling with right now for this event is the drone show. You know, they want the drone show to go off without a hitch. I have to get up early to watch you. Yeah, I mean, we stream live every day. Yeah, dude, my freaking ear, bro. Like, I ended up buying some needles for it anyway, but like, Carol was like, hey, I'll do it for you. And then I was like, okay. And then she got like 10 seconds in and then got nauseous and ran away, and I had to do it. It's okay. You know, they should show the drone show. My guess is that they're waiting here, you know. And no, guys, this is not Grandma's Boy 2. Okay. This is Elon Musk's Robotaxi event that was supposed to start 25 minutes ago. And, yeah, again, I'm doing my best. Bro better come in on a rocket ship. I know, man. I'm listening. It's going to be a Tesla phone. Who pays for this infrastructure? Well, all our money is getting spent on a lot of other dumb stuff. One thing that it'll be good for all... Again, in this regard, it should be good for everybody. How? It should be good in everybody, specifically in terms of it should bring prices for ride sharing down significantly. No? Again, 5 minutes late. They're going to be 30 minutes late, maybe. This music's really starting to give me a headache. You know, I feel like I'm in freaking 2006 again, you know. 2007. Alright. Yeah, I don't think Tesla has ever started an event on time ever in the history of Tesla events. I don't think they've ever started one on time. At this point, people are starting to get upset. People are super mad now. I can't say, like, I feel like this might have been planned. Right? I feel like he might be planning to do this intentionally to build up even more hype for it. Like, they're supposed to start it. They started 30 minutes late. They got crazy numbers waiting for this to start. Like, I'm guessing that's what's going on here. No? People are telling jokes. Elon's late because he was driving a robotaxi here and it ran into something. You're late, Elon. It's your own event. I'm hoping they start at 10:30 market time. Right, I'm hoping they start at 10:30 because this is just getting late. Yeah. I'm gonna do a poll. Why is Elon late? Alright, so my options are gonna be his robotaxi crashed. He's still playing Diablo. That's another good option. His Cybertruck was racing a Porsche. Drone show problems, you know. I'm gonna set this poll for 10 minutes just to see. Do some push-ups. Somebody forgot to plug in his Tesla. He's trolling. Yeah, there's a lot of fake streams. Scammers, what they do here. I'm gonna turn this music down because it's just kind of giving me a headache now. It's kind of loud and obnoxious. So scammers catch people because they basically pretend to be Tesla. They send their streams tens of thousands of fake viewers, hundreds of thousands sometimes, and they make people think it's legit. And then they'll sit there and like 50-year-old Bill logs on YouTube and doesn't really know any better. He's not really wise to these scams, and so he logs on YouTube thinking he's watching the actual Tesla. And then they'll do some sort of like, hey guys, if you send me 1 Bitcoin, I'll send you 3 back, or some nonsense, and just Bill's all about it. And then he gets got that way. All right, guys, here is 10:30. 10:30 just happened. There's an emergency in the crowd, people are saying. Okay. Okay, so apparently people are saying there's been some type of emergency in the crowd and that they're trying to get that handled. There's another stream. Let me see. Yeah. 30 minutes late now. Kanye's about to come out. Alright. Alright, chat. He said, Elon Musk put out a tweet that said, just helping someone in the crowd, then we will start. What a guy. Alright, so again, reports of a medical emergency in the crowd has delayed the start of this event. Stay posted. So that's basically what's going on. There's some type of medical emergency in the crowd. I'm gonna make some fresh Costco coffee and enjoy this presentation about amazing tech. Hey, watch it with us. We're here, you know. Yeah, I did a tweet on X. It is kind of taken off. We got like 80 votes in a couple minutes, which is nice. You know, we got like almost 1,000 views on it, which is a lot for my Twitter account with only like not that many people on it. But I said, why is Elon late to Robotaxi? Number one, his Robotaxi crashed on the way to the event. Number two, he's still playing Diablo. Number three was drone show problems. But apparently, again, on a serious note, there's some type of emergency in the crowd, and people are instead dealing with that before the event starts. So, hey. Are you afraid of the potential? No, not really. Yeah, again, guys, I've said this quote many times. I'll say it again. I'm thinking of getting metal legs. It's a risky operation, but it'll be worth it, you know. That's how I feel with this music. If you know, you know. All right, guys, listen. On an optimistic note, we're only about 15 subscribers away from 148,000 subscribers. So listen, we cover all the Tesla news. We cover the stock market daily. We trade live. We don't claim to even be good traders. I'm not an expert. I don't, charge people for any content. I don't sell a course. I don't sell a service myself. I don't even claim to be a good trader. We live stream all the economic data. Today we had CPI inflation data, basically inflation data for the U.S. show up pretty a little bit lower than last time, but slightly higher than expected at, what was it, 2.3% today. We came in at 0.2% or point. Yeah, we came in at 0.2% month to month. So slightly higher than expected. Inflation data. A couple weeks ago, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates. You know, the big implications for this is going to be on driving and vehicles. Yeah, what's going on here, bro? Now they're almost an hour late. I'm starting to get frustrated. I got stuff I got to do tomorrow. You know, I really do have stuff I got to do tomorrow. You know? Again, guys, we're only about 14 subscribers away from 148K. We'll hit it during this event for sure. Jobless claims showed up higher than expected today. They showed up at, I think it was like 240 something for jobless claims. I'll have to go check. But it was higher than expected for sure. I remember that. And then we have PPI inflation data tomorrow. But yeah, jobless claims showed up at 258K. So noticeably higher than expected here. Tomorrow I have to get up for 6 a.m. to run a live stream about inflation data in the economy. You know, we'll have thousands here at 8:30 in the morning tomorrow. And so we got to live stream that in the morning. And so we're trying to stream late today to cover this event, but this is taking so long, man. We're going to cover it, but come on, Elon. Yeah, someone in the crowd apparently had a medical emergency. John, you said he overpromises and underdelivers. Where's the crystal ball? Because you were right again. Yep. What's disrespectful? All right, so now we're leading towards 40 minutes late. 40 minutes late. So we are now 40 minutes late. Yeah, we're going to stream tomorrow morning, guys. Don't worry. We're still going to do our normal stream. Yeah, so 69% are bullish on this event, 31% are bearish. I'm pretty bullish on the event too. And again, I'm watching like some live footage. And again, everybody else is still feeling the same thing as us, which is nothing is going on. They're still playing the same thing. All right, guys, so we are now 38 and a half minutes past the start time of this event. All these months and they need a whole nother hour. He won't come up with something new. At least nothing is done. He'll bring out just ideas. Does it take 40 minutes to help a person? Yeah, I don't know, man. I would assume not. Again, my guess is he's doing this on purpose to build hype, is my guess. Again, what I genuinely think is he's doing this intentionally to build hype. No, he definitely has some stuff. I think he's building hype with this, is what I think. I think that's the most logical thing. Hey, we hit 148K. Thanks so much, chat. We did hit 148,000 subscribers. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. What's really fun is that my channel has got, look, here's the packet, the map for this event. It's supposed to have Tesla Theater, New York, the Metropolis, Westworld. It's a cool event. The problem though is that they're not freaking starting. Again, y'all do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. We did break 148,000 subscribers. We're getting very close to 150K, and we'll definitely break 150K by the end of this year. Yeah, so here's the map of the event. Yeah. I like the Westworld show too. My wife and I used to watch the original Westworld. We might want to rewatch it. It's been a while. All right, chat. I'm trying here, guys. I really am trying. All right, so 3 minutes ago, Elon Musk said a person in the crowd had a medical emergency. We have taken care of them, and we'll be starting shortly. And so here's the newest update on the tweet that he put out there. All right, so they should be starting pretty soon. Yeah, I'm checking the replies too. All right, guys. Should be starting soon. Alright guys, so wasn't there supposed to be a drone show? Like, I would assume that's why they're so late in starting this, is like some type of drone show delay. But if somebody's hurt in the crowd, I'm not saying we shouldn't make that a priority. You know, I'm really not. What I'm saying is, like, is it a 45-minute, like, halt an event that's been scheduled for, like, I'm not saying people's aren't, yeah. I'm not saying it's not important, but can't you do both at the same time? Like, help people without delaying the event, you know? Yeah, Elon posted this. Look at this. Drivers, where we're going, we don't need drivers. AI, it's afraid, it's alone. It's 69,420 miles away from home. And look, it's Elon. The artificial intelligence. Honestly, what's interesting is my wife and I started watching E.T. with my son. So, just a couple days ago. Yeah, I got that one late pawn for some reason. Yep. We are waiting here, guys. Yeah, we're waiting here, chat. I'm having a hard time not sipping a piece of, I'm having a hard time not sipping a piece of, coffee. It's too late, though. Yeah, I gotta wonder whether this was all intentional to build up hype. Like, I swear, if he makes us start an hour late, I'm gonna lose a little bit of respect for Elon. You know, we're now 45 minutes late. 45 minutes late. Yeah, and this is like a big event that's out there. So 45 minutes late. Yeah, we're waiting, guys. I feel like he might have done this on purpose. Sell the news event. I'm curious to see what the markets are doing here. So let me look at the queue. Queue's open 24/7. It's actually down a little bit. So here is like, and again, this is just a quick little, like, Tesla is somewhat heavily weighted, right? But here's the NASDAQ, and then here's it basically since Elon. Hold on, let me look at the time frame here. Yeah, so here's a 1 minute chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so here's the last 45 minutes or so in the NASDAQ since here's the last 45 minutes or so in the NASDAQ since Elon's been late. You know, we can look at the actual NQ as well and get some better understanding, but you know, time is gone. And the NASDAQ's actually down a little bit from it. Like, look at this drop. So here's the last here's the NASDAQ. You know, here's the last couple minutes. I think the last 45 minutes is red on the NASDAQ. I don't know if that's some fear of this event being sketched out or what, but it's pretty cringe at this point. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm frustrated. People complaining about a late start while somebody had a medical emergency. And listen, I feel for the person having the medical emergency. I genuinely do. Like, it's not like I don't care about whoever it happened to. What I'm saying is that doesn't seem to be something in which typically people would stop an event that's been scheduled for 3 months, right? I think you have to look at, okay, it's most likely beneficial for Elon if it starts later. Why? Because it builds up hype. Everybody's questioning, everybody's watching, everybody's tuning in, wanting to see what's going to happen. It hasn't started yet. People are nervous. They're, you know, antsy, all that stuff, right? I think that's good for Elon. And I think somebody being hurt is terrible. I wish them the best. I don't wish anybody to be hurt. But I think if that's the case, then get them some help. But I don't know if this, like, I don't think that's necessarily like a plausible excuse. And most of the stuff in the crowd that I see, like I see videos of the crowd and all that stuff, I don't see anybody actually hurt. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm just naturally skeptical. But yeah, there's a lot of staff on standby for that reason. It's just odd, right? This whole thing's odd, and it seems like something in which would benefit this, like, you know. But I don't know. I'm just speculating. And I'm a big Tesla fan. Like, I love Teslas. Teslas are great. I don't think it matters. I think it's probably good for Tesla regardless. Work on patience. I don't have any patience. I'm not a doctor, you know. But if I was a doctor and I had patience, like in that regard, I'd work on them for sure. And yes, I'm trolling you. The correct word would be patience. Watch me spell it wrong. Yeah. So that would be the correct word. But anyways, NASDAQ just went up a little bit. We're at 20.5K. We're bouncing back a little bit. Yeah, I think this is odd. I do think it's odd. I will agree this is strange and odd and kind of weird. The music's hyped up, and I get it. I like it, but hey, I do want to appreciate you guys for helping me break 148K, and so in that regard, it's almost worth it because we did break 148,000 subscribers. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. Hey, later. Have a good day. Again, we're sticking around. We're streaming. We're just waiting for this thing to start. This is taking way too long, man. Again, he said it was going to start soon. Now maybe they're starting a full hour late. It's crazy. All right, guys, we're at 20.5K in the NASDAQ. Again, guys, I'm sorry. I'm waiting, you know. How much do you think Tesla will go up tomorrow? It depends on what happens here. Admit he has nothing. I mean, listen, guys. I'm not Albert Einstein. Okay, we see people saying admit he's got nothing. Listen, I'm not Albert Einstein. But I don't think Elon is dumb. And I don't think a super smart person would create an entire event around a very publicly traded company if you didn't have anything, right? It's not like Elon's like, yeah, let's just do the event. We don't really have anything, but like, let's do the event and build this huge audience and do all this stuff, you know? He would just rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with. You know, it's not like this delay is because Elon has nothing. I think he's trying to hype it up more, you know? That's not really something a smart person necessarily does, I think. Yeah, I think he's going to go with... I think we're going to start in 8 minutes. We're probably going to start at 11 Eastern time, which is freaking late for me, guys. Yeah, John's event. Don't estimate him. No, I'm not. Elon's obviously not dumb. I mean, people hate him. People hate him because he's political, right? And again, I'm not political at all, but people get really wrapped up in it, and I'm very neutral in all of it. I just avoid the whole realm of it. I don't like any of it. I avoid it. All right, guys, here we go.
Made in this presentation or forward-looking statements are subject to risks and uncertainties. Actual results may differ materially from those projected. More details can be found in the written materials.
All right, guys, here we go. We got a disclaimer. That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, here, everywhere, online, around the world, outer space, I'm Franz.
What's up, Franz?
And on behalf of everybody at Tesla, welcome to We Robot. Just want to thank Warner Brothers for hosting us here. As you know, this is the birthplace of many epic films, many of them depicting a vision of the future. We're here tonight to experience that future that is closer than you think. Of everybody at Tesla, welcome and who better to We than Elon, right? To show us that future. So it looks like Elon's on his way. So let's welcome him out here.
I was trying to see if we got a better sound option. But this one's better than that one. So this one's the earliest stream I can find. All right, there it is. At first I was like, is that a robot? You never know with this type of stuff. Look at the Robotaxi. That thing's cool. It's got the butterfly doors. There it is. That thing's cool. Alright, so Elon's getting driven by a autonomous robotaxi vehicle. See, it's at night too, and that's even more impressive. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it's a two-door.
Welcome. Welcome to the Wii Robot Party.
That's cool.
So we have quite a show for you tonight. I think you're gonna like it. As you can see, I just arrived in the Robotaxi, the Cybercab,
Cybercab.
and there's 20 more where that came from. So they've been traveling. There's no people in them, as you can see. The car's just going by with no people.
That's cool.
And we have 50 fully autonomous cars here tonight. So you'll see Model Ys and the Cybercab, all driverless. You'll be able to take a ride in the Cybercab. There's no steering wheel or pedals.
That's cool.
So I hope this goes well. We'll find out. So you see a lot of sci-fi movies where the future is dark and dismal, where it's not a future you want to be in. So, like
Mad
I
Max.
Blade Runner, but I don't know if we want that future. I think we want that duster he's wearing, but not the bleak apocalypse. We want to have a fun, exciting future that if you could look in a crystal ball and see the future, you'd be like, yes, I wish I could be there now. That's what we want. So when we think about transport today, there's a lot of kind of pain that we take for granted that we think is normal. Like having to drive around LA in like 3 hours of traffic. Yeah, and people that live in LA, I mean, try to get from Pasadena to, El Segundo during rush hour. It's like you can fly to, another city faster than you can get to across town LA. So, and you have to drive the whole way. Unless you're in a Tesla, of course. Now, Tesla already does quite well at this supervised self-driving. So supervised full self-driving is actually working quite well. I'm sure there's people in the crowd, you're using that, yeah? So we'll move from supervised full self-driving to unsupervised full self-driving, where the car, you could fall asleep and wake up at your destination. So, but there's also a challenge for a lot of people that cars cost too much. I mean, when you factor in everything that goes into a car, and the car insurance, and the car payments, and the storage of the car, it's very expensive. So with, and you say like how many hours a week are cars used? Your average passenger car is only used about 10 hours a week out of 168 hours. So the vast majority of the time, cars are just doing nothing. But if they're autonomous, they could be used, I don't know, 5 times more, maybe 10 times more. So you could actually, for the same car, would have 5 times as much value, maybe 10 times as much value. There's 168 hours in the week, and like I said, only 10 of them are used for driving. So, and then a bunch of those hours are looking for a parking spot, which is, can be pretty annoying at times. So we want, with autonomy, you get your time back. This is a very big deal. So it's not just it'll save lives, like a lot of lives, and prevent injuries. I think we'll see autonomous cars become 10 times safer than a human. I mean, if you think of times past where there used to be an elevator operator in every elevator, but once in a while they get tired and they accidentally shear somebody in half. So now we have automated elevators. You just get in an elevator and you press a button, and you don't even think about it, and it just takes you to the floor. And if you did see an elevator operator with a big relay switch, you'd be like, "That's weird." Now that's how cars will be. And it's not just the lives saved in injuries, but if you think about the cumulative time that people spend in a car, and the time that they will get back, that they can now spend, well, I guess, on their phones, or watching a movie, or doing work, or whatever you want to do. You can think of the car in an autonomous world as being like just a little lounge. You're just sitting in a comfortable little lounge, and you can do whatever you want while you're in this comfortable little lounge. And when you get out, you will be at your destination. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Can they do it, though?
In fact, I think the cost of autonomous transport will be so low that you can think of it like individualized mass transit. The average cost of a bus per mile for a city, not the ticket price because that is subsidized, but the average price is about $1 a mile. Whereas the cost of cybercab, we think probably over time, the operating cost is probably going to be around 20 cents a mile. And price, including taxes and everything else, probably ends up being 30 or 40 cents a mile. So yes, and you will be able to buy one.
That's cool. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Yeah. So you could basically buy it, run it as a business.
And we expect the cost to be below $30,000. And I think there'll be an interesting, business model where, like, let's say somebody is an, Uber or Lyft driver today, where they can actually sort of manage a fleet of cars, and sort of manage, I don't know, 10, 20 cars, and just sort of, take care of them like a shepherd tends their flock. You have your flock of cars, and you're the shepherd, and you take care of your flock of cars. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think it's going to be a glorious future. It's going to be really something special. So, yes, good, all excellent questions. So, we do expect actually to start fully autonomous, unsupervised FSD in Texas and California next year. And that's obviously, that's with the Model 3 and Model Y. And then we expect to be in production with the Cybercab, which is really highly optimized for autonomous transport in probably, well, I tend to be a little optimistic with time frames. But in 2026. So, yeah. Before 2027, let me put it that way. And we'll make this vehicle in very high volume, and but well before that, you will experience a robotic taxi via the Model 3 and Model Y program, and Model S and X too. But your 3 and Y will achieve unsupervised full self-driving with permission in wherever regulators essentially approve it in the U.S. and then to follow in outside the U.S. So, and it's Cybertruck too. Yes, of course. Sorry, I don't want to be. Yes. All our cars, basically, all cars that we make. So, let's not get nuanced here. All right, next slide. So one of the reasons why the computer can be so much better than a person is that we have millions of cars that are training on driving. So it's like living millions of lives simultaneously and seeing very unusual situations that a person in their entire lifetime would not see. But hopefully, yeah, exactly. So, so with that amount of training data, it's obviously going to be much better than what a human could be, because you can't live a million lives. And it's also, it can see in all directions simultaneously, and it doesn't get tired or text or any of those things. So it will naturally be, like I said, 10, 20, 30 times safer than a human, just for all those reasons. And I want to emphasize that the solution that we have is AI and vision. So there's no expensive equipment needed. So the Model 3 and Model Y and S and X that we make today will be capable of full autonomy unsupervised. And that means that our cost of producing the vehicle is low. Now we are going to actually overspec the computer for the Cybercab. So our AI5 computer will be somewhat overspec'd. And because I think there's actually also an opportunity, sort of like an Amazon Web Services, where if the car is driving for 50 hours a week, there's still over 100 hours left. And there's a potential there to have a massive amount of distributed inference compute, where if you've got, like, say, a fleet of 100 million vehicles and a kilowatt of efficient inference compute, you have 100 gigawatts of compute, which is really quite substantial. And if it's there, you might as well use it. So, yeah, so that I think will make sense. So, all right. So our autonomous future is here. As I said, we've got 50 Teslas driving autonomously. We're trying to give you a sense of what cities will be like in the future. And when you get in, you'll see, like, it's really quite a wild experience to just be in a car with no steering wheel, no pedals, no controls, and it feels great. So, and we have enough vehicles here, so everyone should be able to try it out and experience the set that we've built here. It's a very big set, so it's like really, we've used several, I don't know, 20, 30 acres or something like that. It's really big. So it goes on, the ride's long. And we set it up to feel like a ride, like a park ride. So it'll be cool, and you'll get to experience it tonight.
Yeah, that's cool. Honestly,
something we're also doing is, and it's really high time we did this, is inductive charging. So the Robotaxi has no plug. It just goes over the inductive charger and charges. So yeah, it's kind of how it should be. Thanks, guys. I love you too. So one of the things that is really interesting is how will this affect the cities that we live in? And when you drive around a city, or when the car drives you around a city, you'll see there's a lot of parking lots. There's parking lots everywhere, parking garages. So what would happen if you have an autonomous world is that you can now turn parking lots into parks. And so we're taking the ing lot out of parking lot. Welcome. So there's a lot of opportunity to create green space in the cities that we live in. So that would be quite fantastic. Oh, and also, what happens if you need a vehicle that is bigger than a Model Y? The Robovan. The Robovan is we're going to make this, and it's going to look like that. Now, can you imagine going down the streets and you see this coming towards you? That'd be sick. So this can carry up to 20 people, and it can also transport goods. So you can configure it for goods transport within a city, or transport of up to 20 people at a time. So this is gonna, the Robovan is what's gonna solve for high density. So if you want to take a sports team somewhere, or you're looking to really get the cost of travel down to, I don't know, 5-10 cents a mile, then you can use the Robovan. Some people call it the Robovan, but so yeah.
The Robovan.
One of the things that we want to do, and we've seen this with the Cybertruck, is we want to change the look of the roads. The future should look like the future.
Look at the NASDAQ too, guys. NASDAQ's shooting up.
So, speaking of robots, so everything we've developed for our cars, the batteries, power electronics, the advanced motors, gearboxes, the software, the AI inference computer, it all actually applies to a humanoid robot. It's the same techniques. It's just a robot with arms and legs instead of a robot with wheels. And we've made a lot of progress with Optimus. And as you can see, we started up with someone in a robot suit, sort of down, and then we've progressed dramatically year after year.
Wow.
So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO. And I think at scale, this would cost something like, I don't know, $20,000-$30,000. Probably less than a car, is my prediction long term. Now, it'll take us a minute to get to the long term, but fundamentally at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll be able to do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks. Whatever you can think of, it will do. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind. Yeah. Because I think everyone of the 8 billion people of Earth I think everyone's going to want their Optimus buddy. And there's going to be maybe two. And then they'll be producing products and services. I predict, actually, provided we address risks of digital superintelligence, 80%
Skynet.
probability of good outcome. Look on the bright side.
Skynet.
The cup is 80% full. The cost of products and services will decline dramatically, and basically anyone will be able to have any products and services they want. It will be an age of abundance, the likes of which people have almost no one has envisioned. It'll be something special. So, now one of the things we wanted to show tonight was that Optimus is not a canned video. It's not walled off. The Optimus robots will walk among you. Please be nice to the Optimus robots. So you'll be able to walk right up to them, and they'll serve drinks at the bar. And you'll directly, I mean, that's just, it's a wild experience just to have humanoid robots, and they're there, you're just in front of you. So, yeah, with that, let's party.
Drone show?
I love you guys too. If you look at that gazebo over there, let's get the party started.
Oh, this is crazy. Wow. Wow, look at this. Look at their hands, man. That is the most interesting part. Look at their hands. That's the part I'm the most curious about. Like, they move their hands. Like, I would assume they would just kind of go like this, but no, they're like moving. They're actually dancing. That's crazy. That technology has progressed to this point. From somebody that grew up in the 90s. That's crazy. That's wild. It's the Night at the Roxbury music. Yeah, they're doing the Night at the Roxbury music. We're gonna have Dancing with the Robots show coming soon. Interesting. Why'd y'all cut the music off? Is that it? Are we pivoting back to the speech again? Or is that it? I hear him. Alright guys, we're waiting to see what happens. There's the new Robotaxi right there. That's cool. Again, I'm excited about the fact that you can buy it. So like I could buy the Robotaxi as a business endeavor. Is that it? I can buy the Robotaxi as a business endeavor and use that to create my own fleet of stuff. And that's crazy. That's a great idea. I love the idea. I was worried, I think that's going to be better for companies like Uber and Lyft because they're still going to have an opportunity to be part of that. And they could probably implement these robots with it, with Uber, with Lyft, with all that different stuff, right? Versus Tesla, as an example, coming out with like their own standalone business like Uber or Lyft. That would be a different thing. Like if they came out with their own business where they basically turned into Uber or Lyft, but instead of hiring drivers, they had their own fleets in every city that came around driving people around. Yeah, and so now they're letting people try it out now. I'm trying to make sure it's over real quick. No substance, bro. They showed a Cybertruck, or they showed a Cybercab, they showed a Cybervan, and they showed actual robots that can do anything. I wouldn't call that nothing. I think people have unrealistic expectations, and I think a lot of people dislike Elon because of his political views, and so they use that as justification to like. And again, I think he should be quiet about politics personally, but I think this stuff's cool, and so I think it's interesting. The robots literally danced, and their hands were moving and everything. If you saw their hands move, that was kind of crazy. The stock market actually shot up from it. If you look at the stock market here, like look, here's the NASDAQ on the right side. Here's NASDAQ here. Right, so here's NASDAQ on the right. This is the NQ, basically the QQQ price action right now. It's open right now. The NASDAQ futures contract is open. Look at it shoot up on this news. And so, yeah, I think it's interesting, guys. It's definitely interesting. Stacked up a lot. I'm trying to make sure they're not doing anything else. Yeah, what a time to be alive, man. Crazy time, honestly. Yeah, it's just, I grew up in the 90s. Like, this is a crazy time. Yeah, the music increased all of a sudden. I think that's it, though, guys. So, yeah, that's cool. Look at the robots. Yeah. Well, that was cool, guys. So, yeah, again, I'm going to go ahead and cut out of here. If you haven't already, check out one of my sponsors. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. Check out my sponsors. We'll be back tomorrow bright and early for PPI inflation data coming out tomorrow bright and early. We will be here at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll have thousands of people here to watch our streams. And so I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. It's been a really fun time of growth for my channel. My channel did hit 148,000 subscribers. Like, check this out. This is a pretty cool thing, too. Like, look. Like, we're at 66,000 views in the last 48 hours for my YouTube channel. So shout out to you guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate the love. Again, look at the NASDAQ. Again, if you want to check out one of my sponsors is Top Step. They're a funded account program. They give you a demo, test your skill with a demo account. If you want to day trade, do not risk your own money. Almost all day traders lose. It doesn't matter who you follow, what course you take, you're probably going to lose day trading. And so instead of risking thousands of your own dollars, instead risk $49 for the base account on Top Step. They give you a 50K demo. If you can make 3K without losing 2K first following their rules, they fund you 50K, 90% split. If you lose, you're out $49. And so it's the best of both worlds. Limited risk, $49 risk, but if you pass it, you get 50K in funding, 90% split. They paid out over $40 million. The biggest edge is Top Step X. There's 0 commissions as well on that platform, so you can literally day trade with no commissions. Most day traders lose. Most day traders will lose here because most day traders lose regardless of where they go. It's a lot cheaper to lose on Top Step. So if you're new to day trading, try that out. Don't risk your own money. Almost all day traders lose money. You can check it out here. They are a sponsor of mine. They pay me money. So I'm biased, but genuinely useful for traders. If you want to check it out, there's the link. I thought the event was cool. I'm kind of a Tesla nerd, though, but I thought the event was cool. Again, I think the robots are really cool. Like, I grew up watching movies like Bicentennial Man. I think those robots are pretty freaking cool. I think the Robotaxi events, the Robotaxi itself is very smart because it's cheaper than rideshare. Is the easiest way to put it. It's cheaper than rideshare. And so if you can let your cars work for you while you're working, How is that not a benefit for most people? And I think that's going to start this big wave of stuff. It'll be fun to see what happens, guys. Again, I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. We will be back. I love you all. You'll have a great day. Be safe, and I'll see you guys later.